gurus are lying. And this is why. You can't lose 100 pounds in 90 days passively. You can't find a wife or a husband in 90 days passively. So how are you going to get $1 million in 90 days passively? It's not that easy, guys. The things are not adding up. And let's get into why and how. Gurus make money giving you media that you watch all day, that they monetize either through classes or through some investment thing that they've got on the back end. And so you have to understand how this is set up so you can understand why some of these things feel like snake oil. All right. If I told you I'm on Wall Street and I've got free money in 90 days, nobody on that street would listen. But on Main Street and on YouTube Street, those same things are getting put out and people are clamoring. How do I get more passive income? And how do I do it in 90 days? You sometimes can't get a job in 90 days. You can't even rent a good house in 90 days. You got to start thinking about why is somebody saying something that is $1 million hard is actually 90 days easy. And then let's just talk about passive. So people talk about real estate being passive. Yeah, it's passive until your tenant kicks a hole in your wall and doesn't want to pay. Until the roof caves in, until the toilet overflows. Then real estate becomes an actually active investment. So how are you going to have an operating business doing millions of dollars of revenue, dozens of employees, passively, where stuff goes wrong every single day? Now, why do people tell you this? They tell you this because it makes the people want to hear more. People like fake stuff more than truth sometimes. But I'm not talking to people who like fake stuff because you would not be on my channel if that was you. I'm talking to discerning buyers. Now, if you get a chance at real passive income in 90 days, take it. But I need to hear the story because I've never heard somebody flip that quickly. I've seen situations where somebody can get into an ideal situation, everything lines up perfectly, and maybe somehow it does. But that's speculative. That's not investing. That's not formulaic. That's not repeatable. And what we're talking about is building repeatable businesses in solid ways with real tactics, not selling snake oil. I'm just not doing that here on this channel. So Elliott, why the heck should I listen to you? Aren't you just the next guru? Amazing question. I knew you'd ask. No, I'm not. I went to Harvard Business School. I worked on Wall Street. I worked doing my own deals with the older business partner to learn the game. I went out on my own and did deals as an independent buyer. I've advised over 100 people on doing deals. I've helped 50 people close deals in the 7-figure range. And I run a whole business advising people on how not to get into terrible deals. So my credibility is beyond reproach for those who are discerning buyers. The tagline I talk about is I help people close great deals and kick bad ones out, and I live that every day. So Elliott, how do you get a deal done then? I've broken it down very easily so anybody can understand. There's 5 F's you have to do to get a deal done. And let me start with the first one, which is fast offer. Fast offer means a lot of people spend weeks, months, tens, and dozens of hours trying to figure out between a business listing and putting an offer on it, all this math, modeling, talking to people. No. In this game, you need to be very quick in finding out what you like and putting an offer on it. Second is finding fake EBITDA. Once a seller accepts your offer, they're going to present all these lofty ad backs and this wasn't needed. And I don't need that Dallas Cowboys box seat that all my customers go to. You can just take that off of the P&L. All these crazy things. You need to find all the fake EBITDA so you can get to the real profit of the business because you'll pay a multiple of profit to actually buy the business. Now you need to do forecasting of cash flow or just fake it. If you know how to do forecasting of cash flow, then pull in those skills. If you don't, the simple thing that you need to know is businesses trade for 3 to 5 times profit. So if you did the second F, finding fake EBITDA, getting to a real EBITDA number, don't do the modeling 3 to 5 times. You'll be okay. Fourth is financing excellence. So a lot of you will be looking at SBA 7A loans. The government will back 90% of up to a $5 million loan. You can go to any bank on your street, somebody else's street, and walk right in, talk about the loan package, and they will get you started. That's not hard. And then the 5th is forced to close. What do you mean, Elliott, forced to close? I'm not the seller. I can't force to close. It's like any other relationship of that magnitude. You're going to have things you like about it, things you don't like about it, things that you didn't like it now, that you did like before. And at a certain point, you have to just commit and say, this is the deal I want to get done. And I'm dragging this thing across the finish line with every bit of might that I have. You got to force the close. Now, you can't guarantee the close, but make it so difficult that somebody does not get a chance to sneak in and pull your deal off unknown to you after you've already done the first 4 F's in the framework. If you've listened and invested this long, I want to give you an extra golden nugget. Let me tell you the number one lie that fake gurus tell all across the internet. They talk about finding deals being the easiest thing to do. It's just some neighbor, some conference, some online listing, and they just make it seem like it just miraculously shows up right on your laptop. I mean, like you're Warren Buffett or something. So out of the 5 F's, the first one, fast offer, is probably 60 to 70% of the battle. And so if I'm talking to somebody who's thinking about getting into this, if you've gone through any kind of sales process, any kind of job search process that took a long time, you ever done door-to-door sales, used car sales, furniture sales, anything that mirrors a sales process, you will be better than average at finding deals. And so you should be emboldened if you have experiences like that to know that you can go in and be better than average at the thing that I'm telling you is probably the hardest, and everybody's telling you it's easy. It's worth it, but it's not easy. So we're going to flash some options up on the screen for you to look at. And I advise you to take a look at one of my other videos to really get entrenched into how to successfully get a deal done. And if you need one-on-one help or any kind of help getting your deal done, click the first link in the description and you can get anything that you need there at that link.